Well, hello, hello. This is Creating Cards with Sherry. I'm Sherry, and I'm so glad that you have joined me today for my Simple Sunday video. Today, we're going to do a very simple anniversary card. I have several anniversary cards that I need to make, and so I thought, let's do it. So, this is just very, very simple. All it is that. So I'm going to show you how I've done that. We're going to use my Stampin' Positioner, and we will show you how great this thing is. Okay, what I've done is normally we stamp something and then we punch it out with our punch, right? Only this time I've chosen to punch out my circles, and I used the 2 3/8 inch punch. See this? Oh, that's upside down. 2 3/8 punch, circle punch. And I have chosen to place it in the middle where this notch is, and right up against those two little, I don't know what you want to call them, poles or, or stubs or whatever. And I'm putting my magnets way over on the edge because my stamp is kind of big and I want to make sure that it'll go in there easy. So I'm going to go ahead and take my black memento and ink up my stamp. And by the way, I am using for stamps, I'm using the Feathered Fun Photopolymer set and the Blooming Phrases Photopolymer set. So those are the two stamp sets that we're using. I'm going to stick this together for my, and I just press it down, and there it is. And because I'm doing several of them, I can just go ahead and put in the next circle. And I usually will ink it up twice, or, again. Press down. And, oh, you see that didn't work. That's because the magnet was over too far. So I'll show you how you can fix that. You can move the magnet over. Make sure this is inked up good again. You're going to put it right back where it was. Press it down, and it will bring up the other side. Isn't that easy to fix those mistakes? I love it. All right, so that's how you would use the positioner for something like that. Now I'm going to show you what I've done with the inside of the cards. I don't have any particular thing lined up on my positioner. In fact, this is the plate that I'm using, but this plate is generally used for doing something across the page, and I'm not doing that. I'm just going to do one simple stamp, and I could use just a stamp block. That would be fine, but I've chosen just to show you the different things that you can do with the positioner. I've chosen to just line along my card along the dark lines, and then I'm going to ink these up. And this will be the inside of my card. And I want it about right there. Press it down, and it's all done for me. All right, and again, because I'm doing more than one, I can line this up, hold the card in place. I'm going to ink this up one more time. Oh, and put it on. Voila, there it is. Okay, very, very easy. All right, now I'm going to set that aside, and we are going to continue on. I'm taking my Granny Apple Green 5.5 by 8.5 card stock right now. And I am going to take my little leaves. As you can see, I've positioned them so that they're separate like that. And I'm going to use my Granny Apple Green ink because I want this to be monochromatic. And I'm just going to put a border around my page. And the border doesn't have to have any certain order or anything like that. It's totally what you want to make it to look like. And there's no rhyme or reason to it. You just get started and do it. Sometimes my spacing is very close, other times it's farther apart. So it just depends on what you want to do. And I never really know what I want to do. I just do it as I go along. So, but it's real easy to do. Even kind of fun just to put it all over the place and not really have a reason for doing what you're doing, other than that you want to have a nice little border. And I also put it on the inside to fill in space that way. Okay. Once I get that all on, I've got that done and I've got these done. So now I'm going to color my birds. And I've just chosen, let's see, this is Pumpkin Pie, Daffodil Delight, Granny Apple Green, and Coastal Cabana. Those are the colors I'm using. And you just relax and have fun coloring. That's all there is to it. Okay. I'm really glad when I can have the opportunity to color like this and just enjoy the relaxation of all of it. Some of you may be wondering, hey Sherry, you said you were going to have a Tickle Tuesday video and I didn't get one. Well, that's because I missed it. And there has been a lot going on in my life. I guess you could say life just happened. And for the last month, my husband has been bedridden, and I have had to take a lot of care for him. And so it's taken up a lot of my time, and I haven't been able to get to all the stuff that I've wanted to do necessarily. So forgive me, but thank you for understanding. It's been a long month and a half, and but we're on the mend. He's getting better, and he has a bulging disc in his back, and he threw his back out really bad that he could not move at all without being in excruciating pain. And even just laying there, he was in excruciating pain. He couldn't sleep in his own bed. He had to sleep in a recliner because he could angle it just right. And it's just been a really long haul for us. And so um, we'd appreciate your prayers if you believe in doing that, and that God will sustain him until he sees the doctor next. He has an appointment on the 20th of March, and he will be getting injections for his back because it turns out he has a bulging disc. So anyway, the one thing that I like about these colors that I'm using is that they all kind of blend together. Um, the blues and greens and yellows, you can blend them and, get into the other color a little bit and blend them together. And it just adds to the image. So that's one of the reasons why I like to choose these colors, because it doesn't matter, it all blends together. All right, I hope that makes sense what I was trying to say. All right, the next thing I want to do is I took one of our crafting cutting tools, and I'm going to cut out this center here. I want to make a little hole in there. And when you do this, you have to make sure that you have something underneath that you can cut on. Otherwise, you don't want to scratch up your tabletop and all that sort of thing. And I think I should be able to just punch that through. Yep. And then I have that little hole in there. And then what I'm going to do, I'm going to cover this up here so I don't cut myself by accident. I am going to cut out this picture, this image. And remember when you're cutting that you want to turn the paper, not the scissors. All right, when you turn the scissors, you're going to get a jagged cut. If you continue to turn the paper, you'll get that nice smooth cut all the way around. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my inside message and I'm going to adhere that inside. Make sure I get it on the correct end. I don't know what I did with my bone folder. I know I grabbed it, but I don't know where I laid it. And then I'm going to take some Stampin' Dimensionals and I'm going to put them on here. And yes, normally this is empty in a white piece, but I was practicing all my printing before I started my video, so I've got some circles that were doubled in my stamping. Okay, and then I am using, see if I can get it. Oh, here they are. These are called the low profile sparkle dots. So what I did is, oh, I'm going to use some green of these sparkle dots. And you can use different colors, of course. There's blue and yellow here. The yellow would probably look good too. But I'm trying to keep it the monochromatic here. So I'm going to go ahead and use the green. All right, that'll dress up the card a little more. But if you want to dress it up even more, I'm going to use my Wink of Stella and shake that up real good. This makes everything nice and glittery. And what you want to do when you're doing a card like this, instead of painting with the brush, I am going to tap this, which will put sparkle all over the card. Right? Now you probably don't see it right where you're at, but hopefully when I raise it up to the camera a little more, you'll be able to see it a little better. It does have some sparkle to it. I don't know if you can see it or not. I'm not able to capture it, but I know it's there because I can see it without. Let me see if I can put some more on and see if that helps. All right, let's see if you can see it there. It's not coming up. Oh, I'm sorry you can't see it when I show it, but it is there. And I know my receiver will look at it and go, "Ooh, it's sparkly." But it is hard to see on the camera, unfortunately. But anyway, that is our simple, very simple anniversary card. And I hope that you have enjoyed this and that you will be able to make something as simple as this as well. Thanks so much for joining me today. If I can get to it, I will see you on Tuesday. Otherwise, hang in there till next Sunday. All right. Have a great weekend in what's left of it and a wonderful week. And I will see you again soon.